Seguimos en Entre Todos. En esta parte del programa veremos una entrevista realizada
hace años que hay algo ahí detrás, que haya saltado justo, y además de la forma que ha saltado justo el día de comienzo del torneo. ¿Tú cómo lo ves? Porque a mí me parece un poquito...
Sí, far-fetched,
Sí,
se diría en inglés.
es demasiado...
Sí, hay que distinguir dos cosas. Hay un problema con las apuestas, que es indiscutible, yo esto lo tengo muy claro, sé que existe ese problema, lo que ha dicho Bautista de las amenazas, lo sé, lo que han dicho otros jugadores, pero tampoco creo que el problema se localice concretamente ahora. Creo que hay también una gran actividad, una gran ansia de muchos medios por vender y por salir a la luz.
¿La BBC?
Sí, incluso la BBC, porque la misma BBC ha puesto el pie en pared.
Sí.
No quiere, digamos, convertirse en lo que se diría en inglés, mess it up with the thing. No. La BBC ha visto que es un producto que se ha vendido un poco demasiado alto y ha echado el freno. O sea, dos cosas. Uno, hay un problema con las apuestas. Dos, esta noticia en cuanto a tal, yo creo que se ha sobredimensionado en estos momentos. Dentro de que existe ese problema de apuestas. Porque yo si fuera un jugador y un campeón de Grand Slam y dijeran, aquí hay campeones de Grand Slam envueltos y después no dan nombre, yo tomo acciones legales. Usted va a aclarar esto.
Has Emily got you practicing holding babies or anything like that at the moment?
No.
Andy, I assume you're clearly aware of the stories that have been running at home. BBC did the big programme and the BuzzFeed story. Roger and Novak both spoke at length about their thoughts on match fixing and what should and shouldn't be said. What are your thoughts?
Well, in terms of what should and shouldn't be said, yeah, from my perspective, I think any time there's, if there's corruption in any sport, you want to hear about it. Obviously, some of the stuff that I read yesterday, I wasn't aware of. Some of it I was already aware of, and I guess as a player, you just want to be made aware kind of everything that's going on, and I think we deserve to know everything that's that's out there. Some of it will be true, some of it might not be true, but I'm always very curious with that stuff across really all sports as well. I think sports could in general be much more transparent.
What were you aware of, and what have you discovered yesterday?
I don't want to go into all of the details, but I was aware of what happened in the match in Sopot. I knew some of the stuff there. I read yesterday about some of the sort of gambling people in Sicily, which I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know that so many matches had been flagged up with the betting companies. I wasn't aware of that. I knew that there had been some, but not as many as there were, and yeah, that was it.
Novak said he was approached in 2007. Has anyone came to you at some point when you were younger?
No, I never got approached with anything like that in all my career.
Considering it could happen to Novak, admittedly it was a long time ago, but do you hear stories around the locker rooms or talking to other players about them being approached and reporting it or not reporting it?
No, I actually hadn't. I've not spoken to loads of other players about it, but I've been aware of it since I was quite young, and I think when people come with those sums of money when you're at that age, I think sometimes people can make mistakes, and I do think it's important that from a younger age players are better educated and are made more aware of what they should do in those situations, and how a decision like that can affect your career, can affect the whole sport. And yeah, I think across all sports, again, I don't think that that's done particularly well from, you know, think you should be learning about those things from 15, 16, 17 years old and being warned about it, because, you know, when you come on the tour, you know, or even, you know, if it happens at futures level and challenger level as well, that players need to be educated and have the right people to support them in those situations, I think.
So do you think because this has come to light or been sort of published again before a Grand Slam tournament, it raises more attention? Do you think that's a good thing for younger players, that it's all of a sudden it's making headlines all over the world?
I mean, I don't know if that's I mean, maybe it is, you know, a good thing for the young players. I don't know. I just think that it should be tennis that does a better job of explaining. You know, they shouldn't have to read it in the press. You have to be proactive, I think, with things like this and go and speak to the players rather than them reading about it in the newspapers or, you know, listening to it on the TV or the radio. I think the more proactive you are with educating young players, the better on matters like this.
What do you think about tennis tournaments having sponsorships with gambling companies when clearly you don't want anything like...
I'm not really pro that, I don't think. I think it's a little bit hypocritical, really. You know, because I don't believe the players are allowed to be sponsored by betting companies, but then the tournaments are. I don't really understand how it all works. I think it's a bit strange.
Thank you very much.
ANTENA Hispana lo invita a una reunión informativa el martes 2 de febrero a las 7 de la tarde en su local en Maidstone. Apóyenos e infórmese sobre la televisión comunitaria. Lo esperamos.